The Easter Story by Sean Edwards. It's a festival that we cherish, it's a time that we remember, remembering a man who was born in December. It's a story of his ending of a life that was driven, and he gave the ultimate sacrifice, for his life was then given. With his disciples they gathered to celebrate a special Passover, yet there were underhand plans to bring his life to a closure. And one of his own would take the coins of betrayal. Judas, his name, a man synonymous with his tale. A Last Supper was to be eaten, bread and wine was prepared, and Jesus spoke of the betrayer in the words that he shared. Words were then spoken of a disciple in denial, as Judas slipped away for a short little while. Jesus would pray to his Father as his followers would sleep. 3 times he would pray, yet they returned to their slumbers so deep. And the betrayer would return, followed by lie after lie, in a court filled with elders who were determined to try. And a rooster would crow, 3 times Peter denied, and with his feeling of guilt he left and he cried. And all through these moments Jesus refused to speak out of the accusations and lies, a refusal to shout. He was then questioned by a Roman. A king's soldiers would beat him. Then the Roman offered solace, yet Jesus' views wouldn't dim. So his life was to be decided on the shouts of a crowd. Crucify him, they would say, words oh so loud. And a notorious criminal was to benefit, Barabbas was set free. And Jesus was to be crucified, losing both life and liberty. He would be stripped of his dignity, given a red robe to wear. A crown made of thorns is what he would bear. He was mocked, he was beaten, he was spat at as well. He would carry his cross until the pain it would tell, and to the floor he would fall, bereft of any force. Then a man named Simon took the burden on his course, and with a refusal to drink wine he was then nailed to that cross, and to the sneering crowd they mocked his impending loss. It took 3 hours to die, till he took his final breath, as his life ebbed away, the most famous death. And to a tomb he was taken, wrapped in cloth that was stripped. Was this the end of the story that for centuries has gripped? The tomb would be guarded by Romans and a rock. Yet on that Sunday that came, a moment that would shock. A lady called Mary Magdalene came, and she would see a tomb that was empty. Was Jesus again free? And she stayed at that place with tears in her eyes, until a man would appear, he would comfort her cries. For Jesus had indeed risen, he had message to convey. Tell all my followers, I'll soon be on heaven's highway. He managed to see his disciples, so this story would forever get told, and his messages and prayers are part of the greatest story ever told.